Truong.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you very much. Our speakers today poured into you. You've got a lot of content. Hopefully you're going to walk away with lots of golden nuggets to go back and help others and change your life and change others at the same time. You know, think back to why you first got into this real estate business. For most of us, we did not go to college, go to school to get a real estate license. We did something else. All of us in this room, majority, did something else. And then something clicked, and we said, hey, we're going to get into real estate. Okay? So I want to just take a second, 10 seconds, and just reflect, why did you get into this business? Did you get in this business so that you can just sell a lot of property and never see your family and never see your kids and not be able to give back to your community? Right? Why do we do this? What are we climbing towards? What are we reaching for? What's that pinnacle in our career? When will we get there? Wherever there is. Okay, because we have to figure out what it is that drives us so that when we're out there showing property, it's lonely sometimes, if you know what I mean, right? You're out there, you're showing property, and you maybe get stood up, you get no's after no's after no's, and at some point you're like, what's gonna keep me going? So think about that for yourself. Well, what's your higher purpose in life? For me, that's yours truly right there. Okay? I was not smiling as a kid. I hated coming to America. Okay? But my mom took the 6 youngest kids right after the Vietnam War on April 30th, 1975. That's the day that the U.S. formally pulled out of the U.S. The U.S. embassy was gone, and people were vacating. And I knew that my mom came here with the 6 youngest kids. I had 2 older brothers who didn't want to go anymore because we had to, a whole family, my father, my 2 older brothers, all of us tried to go out of the country twice before that week. But we didn't have any passport, we didn't have a ticket on the plane, we didn't have a ticket to the boat. We were just scratching our way through the gates to try to jump on any boat that would get us out there. So they gave up, and my mom said, no, we're not giving up. Never give up. It's the last day, we're gonna go for it. So I knew why she brought us here. She left a beautiful country. That's the boat that I left on. Sorry. That is the boat that I left on to build a better life. So I went to school, get a good education, get a good job, take care of the family, take care of your brothers or sisters, take care of your mom. Started an insurance business. After 7 years, climbed the corporate ladder to be one of the 6 area chief financial officers for the 3rd largest insurance brokerage firm in the world, Arthur J. Gallagher. I'm 13 years into it, and I'm sitting in my corner office and, you know, doing insurance stuff, doing accounting stuff, helping the shareholders grow their businesses, grow the insurance company. I did mergers and acquisitions at the end. And one day, I said to my boss, I don't want to be the CFO anymore. We're a big company, I want to be the CEO. And he pulled me aside. He goes, Tom, unfortunately, you don't have the same last name as this company. That's the highest you'll ever get. It's the number 2 position in that corner office. You'll never be number 1. And that was the day I went home, among other things. I said, you know, I'm done. I'm going to go build my own company where sky's the limit and no one's going to put a ceiling on what I can do. Because my mom said, you can do better than that. Okay? Went into entrepreneurship, actually. Laundromats, dry cleaners, bagel shops, country clubs, liquor licenses. I did it all. I had a lot of stock in the old company, and I invested in myself. Made a lot of mistakes, lost a lot of money. But along the way, I had to figure out how to get free, financially free, personally free. And it wasn't until I found this platform that I figured out that I can also be location free and then stress free. All right. For years, I just chased financial freedom, personal and financial freedom. I didn't understand the other two freedoms. When you lose a lot, I filed bankruptcy twice, just so you know. I didn't quit. The first time I filed bankruptcy was 9/11. I owned 6 dry cleaners in downtown Boston in the high rises. On 9/10, September 10th, there was no security in those high rises buildings. 80% of the business came from outside of that high rise and 20% came from the high rise. What happened on September 12th? Security gates went up and I lost 80% of my business, filed bankruptcy. None of those landlords let me out of my lease. 5 leases. Got it? Second time I filed bankruptcy was during the last recession. I had made a lot of money in real estate, started investing in real estate, went out to Chelsea, just up the road here, and bought 9 buildings from the Archdiocese of Boston. I was going to develop those 9 buildings, churches, convents, rectories, schools, and turn them all into condos. Went through 3 of the buildings, no problem. And then the market crashed. $500,000, my own savings, into the project, because when we get a loan, you got to put 25% down first, your money. Went on to raise another $2.5 million from my friends and family for a total of $3.2 million, and then they gave me a $3.2 million construction loan. We started on our 4th building, and we did the demolition. $250,000 demolition fee cost. I called the bank. I said, hey, I need to draw $250,000 to pay the demo guys. And no, before that, everyone answered. This time, no one answered. A week goes by. The contractors are pounding my door, down my door, literally gonna break my legs if I don't pay them $250,000. I said, dude, I'm calling the bank. Then I answer my call. So I drive down there. The bank went out of business. Went into receivership. Filed bankruptcy a second time. Okay, but I kept moving. I kept trying to figure it out. And I knew every step would get me closer because my mom didn't give up trying to leave the United States after the first time, after the second time. She kept going, right? She retired. She worked 2 full-time jobs, blue-collar jobs, cleaning toilets, hospital beds, kitchen cleaner, whatever. She was raising 8 kids now by herself without her husband. Okay, and she retired in Hawaii at a very little condominium. And then she got a little bit older, and she couldn't really take care of herself by herself anymore. So she came back to Houston. That's my brother Sonny, who lived in Houston. Okay. And one night, we're having a family reunion, and in the quiet moments of the night, my mom says, Tom, it's just me and my mom. Tom, I'm so proud of you. Now, if you're an Asian kid growing up, you never hear that. Why can't you do better? What's wrong with you? Why didn't you get a PhD and an MBA like all your brothers and sisters? I never got higher than a college education. But my other 6 brothers and sisters, 2 doctors, 2 PhDs, 2 MBAs, and I'm the entrepreneur. But in that quiet moment, she goes, I'm so proud of you. Never heard of that before. You know why? Because real estate set me free. When she says we're going to have a family reunion, I was the first one to say when, where. I don't have to check my calendar. I don't have to check my bank account. I don't have to check with the boss to see if they have the time off. Right? And she knew that. She knew that I was always there for my family. Okay? She goes, Tom, you're doing well. Now it's time for you to really kick it up a notch and you got to do good for the community. Okay? And I know you can thrive by helping others. I know you can. And she goes, would you make me a promise? Would you promise that for the rest of your days, you're going to help at least 100 people become personally and financially free like you have? Because you have the skill set to do it. And of course, what are you going to say? Yes, Mom. But I had no idea how I was going to fulfill that promise. Because before, when I helped my friends and family open up a dry cleaner, laundromat, bagel shop, liquor license, when they went out of business, I lost all my money and I was the guy with the credit. And I said, I can't help 100 people. I'm like myself, okay? She goes, Tom, you have to figure it out. You can help at least 100 people so that when they're gone, they remember that you made a difference in their lives, okay? That's my graduation. I graduated second from the bottom of the class. It's true. Thank goodness. Someone said earlier, if I didn't have good eyesight and cheat, I probably would have graduated. Right. So I found EXP 7.5 years ago. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, Rob Blake. You called Scott Lewis, and Scott Lewis called me. Thank you very much. Okay. Because with this platform, I finally figured out I can get out of my ivory tower. I can get out of the corner office and get to the streets. I'm going to travel the world to help agents. That's my buddy Dick Lee right there, the beta. There's Dick. We were traveling so much to change people's lives all around the country, all around the world, to find the 1 or 2 people who want to do better. And we're going to pour into them. Still do that today. And I finally realized that with this platform, that success is meant to be shared. That's why we're doing this thing for you. This event here is for you. For you, right? This is not EXP funded whatsoever. This is you guys funded. And where's my beautiful wife, Marissa? Marissa, where are you, honey? Stand up. Stand up, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. She pours into all of us. She allows me the spotlight, but behind the scenes, she's the one that puts it all together. Absolutely. And she loves to share success too, but she just doesn't want the limelight. That's okay. So I went from Vietnamese refugee to now a freedom builder. That's what I want. I want to help you build. We want, with the training, the tools, the systems that you have here, you can sell a lot of transactions, but you can also make a massive impact in other people's lives. For me, it's about the people. It's about the families. It's about communities. It's about what we can do for our communities. Once we do very well, we got to do very good. How do you measure your success? For me, I measure my success in the lives changed. You know, in the lives changed. So that's why I call you guys to go speak. And I call you guys to go speak because I know your story can change, can affect other people's changes. Okay. So are you a freedom builder? Yeah. Are you building for your freedom and then helping others, taking them along the way? Do you know that you have the ability to unlock generational wealth? Starting with helping raise, helping his brothers and sisters, his brothers buy houses, helping his mom buy a house. That's generational wealth building, what we're doing out there, if you don't recognize that. It's not a transaction. It is people's lives. It's it's helping them along their way, right? And you have the ability to multiply your impact through giving back to your communities, through your mentorship, through your sponsorship. You absolutely can change people's lives. You got to raise the bar for everybody. When Brent Gove called and Rob called and said, Tom, would you do a build for me? The last thing I wanted to say was no, but they knew if I said yes, it's going to be a heck of a lot of work. But I knew because of you guys, to help you grow, okay? So the tools are in your hands. You have all the people around here to help you collaborate, to help you co-sponsor, to help you do whatever you need to do to scale your business to a whole new level. In our campus, in our cloud, in our training platform, you have everything you need. There's no way you can fail unless you do not plug in. Unless you do not plug in. That's it, okay? When you get home, ask yourself who you help tomorrow, because you made it here today. I have a 2-minute video. Marissa asked me to go grocery shopping. And I see a mom and a 10-year-old kid going up and down the aisle. They have this book. And the mom picking up the food, and the kid is doing the math. $10 plus $9 equals $19, plus $6 equals $25, plus. And I looked at that, and it reminded me when I went grocery shopping with my mom, and we did not want to be embarrassed to go up to the counter and run out of money. So I immediately went up to the front. There's a mom and a son coming up. Just pay for the groceries for me. Okay? So I went up, I grabbed my credit card back, and the mom gives me a big hug. She goes, "You didn't need to do that." I said, "It's okay, just pay it forward." And then she goes, "The only thing that I have to give you is this book." And then I go to my car, and she has everything checked off. And bread is not checked off because she ran out of money. You have the ability to change lives. There are agents who are about to quit this business, and you can be their solution. Just get your ego out of the way and help somebody. I want you to figure out your why. That first reason why you're here, first reason why you're in the business, and the reasons why you're gonna hear no after no after no after no after no, to find the 1 or 2 people who you can change their lives. Who's ready? All right. Thank you, everybody. You guys can do this. You can change people's lives. Together, let's go build some dreams, okay? Build some freedom. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you guys are here. Come back tomorrow. We have more.